gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to Team of the Week predictions, week 14. Couple of big names in this week's Team of the Week and a few that I think will just miss out as well, so worth sticking around for the possibles toward the end. The first player is going to be COŞELEV from the Dutch League, and a big week in Dutch League football as well, especially as far as FIFA is concerned, because there is a massive result where I think there should and could be two players from the same team featuring. COŞELEV being the first, though. He has 7 saves and a clean sheet and a man of the match to his name from the weekend in a 2-0 win over Feyenoord. The only silver to speak of is Chris O'Grady of Oldham. He got a hat-trick in a 4-2 win. Philip Clement of Paderborn up next with 1 goal and a man of the match award in a 3-0 win. Totw up next. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it is what it is. I'm going to do that from time to time. A whole host of hat-tricks this weekend. Totw with the second already. We've only had about 4 players. He got that hat-trick in a 3-0 win. HAMDALLAH up next, and he doesn't do hat-tricks. He scores 4 goals in a 4-0 win for Al Nassr. That is pretty impressive. Our second Dutch League player in about 5, and we're not done. There is at least 2 others in this week's Team of the Week. This is going to be a record for the Dutch League because EA tend to avoid them like the plague. But Angelino of PSV has 1 assist, a man of the match award and a clean sheet to his name this weekend in a 4-0 win. Over to Portugal we go with Jadson, who has 1 goal and he made a clearance off the line in a 3-1 win. Kaan Ayhan up next, or Ayhan, I'm not quite sure. Either way, the Fortuna man got 2 goals and was crowned man of the match in a 2-0 win. It looks like a decent card actually for an 80 rated. Now, speaking of decent cards, if you got this as a red player pick, initially you'd be disappointed, but then if you looked at it you'd think, hang on a minute, as a super sub, possibly a centre mid, this wouldn't be a bad little card at all. Robert Skov of Copenhagen got himself a hat-trick in a 3-0 win, so all but guaranteed. Although saying that, take that with a pinch of salt this week, because there are so many players with hat-tricks that they're all from the lower leagues as well, so I've got a funny feeling a few of these that I'm mentioning here will miss out to some of the bigger names who've only got maybe 2 goals, but that's just the way that EA works. However, this looks like a decent card. A player that I have a slight inkling will actually miss out is Danny Ings. I've put him in there because he got 2 goals in a 3-2 win over Arsenal, and for Southampton, especially the way that they've been playing, is a very good result, so he deserves it. But I've got a funny feeling, don't ask me why, but it's in my waters. I'm not quite sure about this one. Same goes for Diego Sousa, not quite sure. He got a hat-trick and a man of the match award in a 4-0 win for Braga. But much like the Danny Ings situation, I feel like there are so many big names in the possibles that we may miss out on this. Not that many people are going to be disappointed, but Braga fans in particular, I'm sure will be. Not the only Leipzig player to feature in this video, but the first of which is going to be Yusuf Poulsen. He got 2 goals and 1 assist in a 4-1 win. But like I said, not the only one from Leipzig to feature, so stay tuned for that. Into the starting 11 we go, and as we all know by now, EA can just throw so many different curveballs when it comes to goalkeepers. I've gone with Perin of Juve. He made 3 saves and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. It was against Torino, so it is the Turin derby. You'd imagine there'd be one inform from that game of some description, so I went with the goalkeeper. Joshua Kimmich, slightly unfortunate to miss out last week, in particular with the position change to a CDM. Now he's back in his rightful position at right back. I say rightful, he started life as a CDM, of course. Either way, enough of the history lesson. He got 1 goal and 1 assist and a man of the match award in a 4-0 win for Bayern. Could this be his week? Let's hope so. One to watch, investors at the ready. Vasalko could be in with a shout. He didn't do anything in particular. He kept a clean sheet and was crowned man of the match in a 1-0 win for Inter. Wasn't a particularly big game or anything, but because he has a one to watch, we were on the sort of slim side for defenders this week as well. Why not? The first of 2 Ajax players to feature not only in the video but in the starting 11, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but I genuinely can't see the way that EA won't put them in there. Daley Blind being the first, and this would be a second in form from an 82 to an 84, now looking a lot more usable. He got, wait for it, a hat-trick and also kept a clean sheet in a whopping 8-0 win for Ajax, but as I mentioned, he's not the only one to feature. Bamba up next. He, of course, plays for Lille in France. Not too many games knocking about there due to the weather. 1 goal and 1 assist and a Man of the Match award in a 3-2 win. This would also be a second in form, up from a 78 to an 82. And the second Ajax player to mention in that 8-0 win is Hakim Ziyech. He got a hat-trick, same as Daley Blind, but unlike Daley Blind, he got 1 assist and was crowned man of the match on top of that. He played right wing, where his first in form is left, I believe. Up next is a player very much like Danny Ings, in the fact that everyone thinks he's going to get it, but I have my reservations. Now, just for some context, Gerard Deulofeu got 1 goal and 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in a 3-2 win for Watford. So definitely deserves it. Would be a very nice position change. Maybe I've been slightly generous with the ratings of the in-games. But either way, it looks like a very good card, but just know I'm on the fence. Gabriel Jesus of Manchester City up next, and this is, I would say, all but guaranteed. Not that he's done more than anybody else, but 2 goals and a Man of the Match award and a 3-1 win. Looks like a very good card, and it's a natural step and something that I can definitely see the EA doing. And then, of course, we have the player of, well, the Man of the Match, I guess, from the Liverpool game, where they beat Manchester United 3-1. Xherdan Shaqiri with 2 goals off the bench in a 3-1 win. I wouldn't say that this was the best player in the game, and we do have another Liverpool player to mention, but I feel like the way that everyone's saying it, the way that the media is touting it and everything like that, it's just gearing up towards a Xherdan Shaqiri in form. Antoine Griezmann up next. This could be an interesting one, a very interesting situation to boot because of the fact that he had that team of the group stage card. It's very soon after that. This would be a 92 rated card that would surpass it with 2 goals and 1 assist and a Man of the Match award in a 3-2 win for Atletico that incidentally won me 90 quid. So thanks for that, Antoine. Appreciate it. It's a similar situation to the Griezmann card that we just spoke about. The fact that Messi has a team of the group stage that's only just left packs, but he's just gone and scored a hat-trick and got 2 assists in a 5-0 win for Levante. He literally had a hand in every single goal. I find it hard to believe that EA won't award Messi an in-form. I do feel bad for those who picked up the team of the group stage, but this surely has to happen. The possibles up next, and I tell you what, you don't want to go anywhere. There are some massive names in here, and they are very much in contention. I'm just on the fence. First of which is Ryan Hardy of Livingston with 2 goals in a 5-0 win. Martin Dubravka up next. He was actually in the Team of the Week predictions right up until I saw the COŠELEV performance. Dubravka got 5 saves and a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. It would be a bit hard done by there, I feel, but I think he might just miss out. Kostic is a player that I remember from, I think, FIFA 17. He had a very, very good card back then. 1 goal and 1 assist and a Man of the Match award in a 2-1 win was probably not going to be enough. I am 100% going to mispronounce this, but I'm going to give it a go. Botaib? No. 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 2-0 win. Again, just not enough for a striker in this week's Team of the Week at least. Now into some players that you may actually miss not being in Team of the Week, and that is Milivojevic of Crystal Palace up first. He got 1 goal and a Man of the Match award in a 1-0 win for Palace in a game that they weren't necessarily expected to win. But again, just because there are so many, not big names necessarily, but just so many players doing more this week, I think he'll just miss out. Mario Gomez was in there right up until the end, and I think it was Yusuf Poulsen who actually pushed him out. But Mario Gomez got 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 2-1 win for Stuttgart, and I don't think it's going to be enough. On to the big boys now, and here we are, Sergio Ramos. And I don't know what this guy's got to do to get himself an in-form, and if he gets it this week, then EA are a joke. Well, we know that anyway, but Ramos got a clean sheet and a 1-0 win. That is not enough, but I've got a funny feeling, and I get these feelings, that EA will throw him in there because they just want a high-rated Team of the Week for, you know, Christmas purposes, right? So with that being said, just look out for this because you never know. Timo Werner, I did mention when we talked about Yusuf Poulsen that he wasn't the only Leipzig player to be mentioned, and that's because Timo Werner has done basically exactly the same thing. He got 2 goals, 1 assist and a Man of the Match award, so he went one step further, but because he's just been given an in-form, I feel like he may just miss out purely for that reason. I went with Xherdan Shaqiri from the Liverpool-Man United game, but if you watched the game, Shaqiri came on, granted, and scored 2 goals to win the game for Liverpool, which is fair enough. I'm not taking anything away from him. But Fabinho had a sensational game, and his assist to get the first goal was fantastic. So if you're looking at it from a pure sort of performance point of view, from start to finish, Fabinho deserves the inform. However, he has a UCL card, and Shaqiri is the one with the glory in the 2 goals, so that's why I went with Shaqiri, but I would much prefer to see this Fabinho card. The final player to be mentioned this week is going to be a striker, Eden Hazard. Now, this is definitely possible. He got 1 assist, 1 goal, and a Man of the Match award, and a 2-1 win away from home at Brighton, I believe. He's got a 93 rated Player of the Month. I've got a feeling that if they were to give him the inform, they would just switch it to a striker, because that's essentially where he played, but they would keep it the same rating, maybe up the finishing, down the passing, something along those lines, and that's what we'd get. I wouldn't be against it entirely, but we'll have to wait and see what EA decide to do. I just feel like he's a goal or an assist shy of qualifying, shall we say. That brings us to the end of yet another Team of the Week predictions. There are a lot of juicy names floating around this week. I know you may not agree with all of my choices, and of course on the possible side of things there are quite a few that I would like to see in there, but I just couldn't see all of them making it. But let me know who you think in the comment section down below deserves to be there, who doesn't deserve to be there, and of course if you have enjoyed this episode of Team of the Week predictions, then do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.